numbers, we're going to be working on number 7, number 9, and number 11. All right, let's get busy. Same thing, I have number 7. I need to find out so this is going to be less than, greater than, or equal. So we're doing comparing. And that was what our goal for today is. We can compare unit of measures. So 140 ounces is less than, greater than 9 pounds. Okay, again, I can't, the unit of measure has to be the same. Same thing like when we do with fractions. You can't add or subtract fractions unless they have the same denominator. Well, you can't compare apples to apples if this is ounces and this is, I want to say bananas, this is pounds. I'm thinking of the grocery store. So I have to convert. So I'm going to convert ounces to pounds. All right? So I can do that. If you wanted to do pounds to ounces, you can do that as well. So it's up to you. As long as the unit of measure is the same. So I'm going from ounces to pounds, so I know that whatever I put here, I need to find out. It's got to be less than, greater than, or equal to 9 pounds. Follow the same process. My rule, so I have ounces and I have pounds. I already know that looking at my conversion chart, 1 pound is equal to 16 ounces. So here I'm going to have 16 ounces will be equal to 1 pound. 16 goes in, comes out as 1. I know that 16 divided by 16 equals 1. So now what's 140 divided by 16? So what would that be? Now I'm going to divide out 140 goes into 1 0 times, into 14 0 times. So I'm going to start off first of all with my 5, go to my in the middle range. 16 times 5. 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 1 is 8. I can keep going. So let me go to the next one. 16 times 6. 6 times 6 is 36. Carry my 3. 6 times 1 is 6 plus 3 is 9. I can keep going. So I'm going to move my other numbers over here because I'm running out of room. So I'm going to put 16 times 7. 7 times 6 is 42. Carry my 4. 7 times 1 is 7. Plus 4 is 11. I can keep going. And I think we just did this one over here. So if you have your math, you can reference over here. Okay? So now I'm at 16 times 8. 6 times 8 is 48. Carry my 4. 6 times 8, or 8 times 1 is 8. Sorry about that. 8 times 1 is 8 plus 4 is 12. So I have 128. Okay, if I added another group of 16, 16 times 9, that's 54. Carry my 5. 9 times 1 is 9 plus 5. It gives you what? 14. So that's 144. So that's way too big. I'm going to actually move my division problem up because I don't have enough room for regrouping. So I'm moving this 16 goes into 140. This was 0, 0. And so this is too big. So I'm going to have 8. I've already done my math, so I know it's 128. And I'm going to regroup. Take one group away from the 4. That makes it a 3. That becomes a 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. Okay, I'm done. So I know that 140 divided by 16 is going to be 8 pounds. And remember we said that my remainder, you can keep it as a remainder 12. But, so it's 8 pounds, 12 ounces. Because this is what we were working in on ounces. So I have 8 pounds, 12 ounces, which is still less than a pound. So which one is bigger? So let me make room over here. I'm going to erase that part. I'm just going to scoot it over so that you can see it. So here I have 8 pounds and 12 ounces because that's my remainder. So which one is larger? Yeah, my 9 pounds is larger. It's still less. I'm not even near 9 pounds. How short am I? I'm 4, yeah, very good. 4 ounces away from hitting a 9-pound mark. So I'm almost there, not quite. All right, so it's going to be less than. Let's look at number 9. 208 ounces, is that equal to 13 pounds? Well, let's check. So this is quite a bit of work. Please make sure that you pause me, rewind me, play me again until you're understanding. But please go step by step so that you can see the process. There's no reason for you to miss these questions when you take your quiz on Friday, because as long as you follow the process, you got this. All right, let's go to number 9. Number 9, we have 208 ounces. Is that less than, greater than, or equal to 13 pounds? I'm going to convert ounces to pounds. Follow my rule. See how I automatically do that? When it goes into the processing tanks, do I multiply it or do I divide it? I'm going to ounces to pounds. I already know on my chart, 16 ounces is equal to 1 pound. 16 ounces is equal to 1 pound. 16 divided, I need to divide. 16 divided by 16 equals 1, because 1 times 16 equals 16. And we're going backwards. All right, now I have 208 divided by 16. Well, the first thing I want to do is, I know that whatever this is, I need it to multiply by 16. Well, let's look at this right here, because I'm going to be dividing. 16 goes into 208. All right? So 16 cannot go into 2, but 16 can go into 20 how many times? 1 time. 1 times 16 equals 16. Subtract that out. I'm away. I can regroup it, or 16, and count up to go to 20. So those of you that are still not sure about it, I'll regroup. 10 minus 6 equals 4. Bring down. That's my 48. How many groups of 16 can go into 48? That's right. It's 3. We've already done the math in both areas. Oh, no, we didn't. I lied. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to. We started off with the 5. 16 times 2, if we need it to make sure. 2 times 6 is 12. Carry my 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. Still too small. I can go one more. 16 times 3. And remember, see, I'm always thinking about my ones place. Can I multiply 6 by something to give me 8? That will have my ones. Yes, I can, by 3. 6 times 3 is 18. Carry my 1. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. So it'll go in 3 times. 16 times 3 is 48. Subtract that out. And it's 0. So 13 pounds, this will be 13, is equal to 13 pounds. So this is an equal. I'm going to move this over here, and I'll put the equal signs here. Again, pause me, rewind me, and play it again if you're not sure. Let's go to number 11. I'm going to 20 tons. Is 20 tons less than, greater than, or equal to 40,000 pounds? Some of you could already figure it out because your brain is already working the process. So the more times you keep doing it, then you're teaching it. And so once you start to teach it, it's already automatically doing it. So you've got to teach your brain what to do. You're inputting to your brain so that the output will come back. So you see how important this all is. So you're going to multiply or divide. I'm starting off with my ton, so I'm going to convert ton to pounds. Okay? So if I have 1 ton, I know that that's how many pounds? 2,000 pounds. 1 ton is equal to 2,000 pounds. Don't forget, these are your abbreviations so that you know what those mean. 1 ton equals 2,000 pounds. So when I went in, the process is 1 times 2,000. Well, you have 20 tons times 2,000. 2 times 20 is 40. I have 1, 2, 3 zeros. So it's 40,000 pounds. So 40,000, I'm going to put it up here, pounds is equal to 40,000 pounds. Okay, so you see how I did that? I put whatever I converted it to above that, so I know that that's equivalent, so that I can easily see it. Coming over here to my equals, there you go. All right, number 13, it says, how can you use mental math to compare 175 ounces to 11 pounds? All right, well, let's think about this. I know that I already know, so I'm going to put I know 1 pound is equal to 16 ounces. Now this is 11. Therefore, so if that's the case, then 10 pounds, I'm going to put LB, is equal to 10 times 16, 160 ounces. So what am I going to do next? So then if I have another, here is my 1 pound is there. So now I have, this means that 160 plus 1 more pound is equal to 176 ounces. So 175 is less than So 175 ounces is less than 11 pounds. So you don't have to do any math. You could figure that out. So does that make it easier? Okay, great. Again, this is just how your brain is operating. So if you were doing the process, the input, rule, output, you know, what happens in the middle? How do you get to the output? If you're doing that, then your brain starts to pick it up. All right, let's take a look at number 14. We said that this is very important to take care of this problem. So here it's peanuts in bulk bins at the grocery store cost 30 cents per ounce. All right, well, we're not figuring out how much of it costs for peanuts. We don't have to do that one. But look at over here. Now, the pecans in bulk bins at the grocery store cost 65 cents per ounce. I'm going to have to do this on paper. It's saying, how much would you spend if you bought 1 pound, 8 ounces of peanuts and 2 pounds of pecans? All right, I cannot forget. I'm going to move over here to number 15. All right, I did all my circling in my question, right? I'm going to move this down. Did all my circling. Here's my bracket. How much would I spend? And so